1. When preparing adult learners for the AMCAT test, which instructional strategy best aligns with andragogy principles? A. Rote memorization through repetitive drills. B. Collaborative problem-solving activities. C. Passive lecture-based instruction. D. Time test simulations only. 2. Which of the following evaluation methods is most appropriate for assessing workplace communication skills, relevant to AMCAT? A written recall of definitions. B. Peer-assessed group presentations. C. Multiple-choice vocabulary test. D. Timed math computation quiz. 3. A curriculum developer designing an AMCAT preparatory program should first: A. Create a standardized set of answer keys. B. Align learning objectives with test competencies. C. Schedule assessments before designing content. D. Provide learners with self-study material only. 4. In adult learning, feedback for AMCAT preparation is most effective when it is: A. Delayed until after the final test. B. Specific, actionable, and timely. C. General and motivational only. D. Limited to correct/incorrect marks. 5. Which mentoring approach best supports learners struggling with AMCAT's logical reasoning section? A. Directive mentoring with scripted solutions. B. Inquiry-based mentoring that promotes reflection. C. Passive observation with no guidance. D. Repetitive drills without explanation. 6. Regulatory compliance in AMCAT preparatory training primarily involves: A. Following ethical standards and fairness in evaluation. B. Maximizing test scores at any cost. C. Encouraging competitive rivalry among learners. D. Providing personal coaching without structure. 7. A facilitator notices adult learners disengaging during AMCAT quantitative practice. The most effective adjustment would be: A. Increase lecture length. B. Integrate real-world problem-solving examples. C. Decrease learner participation. D. Focus only on formula memorization. 8. Which curriculum design principle ensures alignment between AMCAT test content and learner outcomes? A. Hidden curriculum. B. Backward design. C. Randomized sequencing. D. Surface-level mapping. 9. A communication skill evaluation for AMCAT readiness should prioritize: A. Grammar memorization only. B. Role-play and practical dialogue exercises. C. Timed silent reading tests. D. Dictionary-based vocabulary drills. 10. When mentoring learners on AMCAT's Aptitude section, the mentor should: A. Focus exclusively on the fastest problem-solving methods. E. Balance speed with accuracy and conceptual understanding. C. Avoid discussing test-taking strategies. D. Provide learners with answers without explanation. 11. Which adult learning principle is violated if AMCAT preparation ignores learner autonomy? A. Relevance of content. B. Self-directed learning. C. Experiential reflection. D. Collaborative development. 12. In curriculum development for AMCAT prep, formative assessment is most valuable because it: A. Provides a one-time score for learners. B. Identifies ongoing learning needs and progress. C. Replaces summative assessments. D. Emphasizes memorization over application. 13. Which method best evaluates critical thinking skills required for AMCAT? A. Matching vocabulary words. B. Analyzing case-based scenarios. C. Listing mathematical formulas. D. Memorizing grammar rules. 14. A trainer using adult learning principles for AMCAT prep should emphasize: A. content without application. B. Active engagement and prior experiences. C. Solely textbook-driven instruction. D. Passive repetition. 15. When guiding learners in AMCAT verbal sections, effective communication training should emphasize A. Listening comprehension and contextual understanding. B. Mechanical memorization of synonyms. C. Eliminating speaking activities. D. Exclusive focus on punctuation. 16. Which mentoring technique is best for reducing test anxiety in AMCAT candidates? A. Ignoring anxiety and focusing on speed. Offering guided practice with positive reinforcement. C. Reprimanding learners for mistakes. D. Assigning excessive timed tests. 17. Regulatory compliance in AMCAT-focused programs ensures A. Equal access, non-discrimination, and fair evaluation methods. B. Training focused only on elite learners. C. Avoidance of structured assessments. D. Exclusion of learners with low scores. 18. Which evaluation approach supports adult learners' self-reflection in AMCAT prep? A. Instructor-only feedback. B. Self-assessment and peer review exercises. C. Memorization checks. D. One final test without review. 19. A curriculum designed with adult learners in mind for AMCAT prep should A. Prioritize learner-centered activities over teacher-centered delivery. B. Focus only on instructor goals. C. Follow rigid lecture formats. D. Avoid adapting to learner feedback. 20. What is the most effective way to mentor learners struggling with AMCAT numerical aptitude? A. Repeatedly solving the problems for them. B. Guiding them through problem-solving strategies step by step. C. Skipping difficult topics entirely. D. Encouraging rote memorization of formulas. 21. In adult learning theory, AMCAT preparatory instruction should emphasize A. Passive learning through instructor lectures. B. Practical relevance to real-world scenarios. C. Ignoring prior learner experience. E. Eliminating interaction and discussion. 22. Which curriculum development step ensures alignment with AMCAT skill areas? A. Conducting a needs assessment before designing content. B. Randomly creating modules without planning. C. Starting with assessments only. D. Copying unrelated training material. 23. Effective communication training for AMCAT preparation involves A. Building clarity, conciseness, and confidence in responses. B. Focusing only on grammar drills. C. Ignoring nonverbal communication skills. D. Relying solely on reading comprehension tests. 24. A mentor supporting an AMCAT candidate should prioritize A. Personalized guidance that builds self-efficacy. B. Providing answers without discussion. C. Ignoring learner goals. D. Enforcing a one-size-fits-all approach. 25. Which evaluation method best identifies learner readiness for AMCAT? A. Authentic practice tests and performance-based tasks. B. Sole reliance on theoretical essays. C. Instructor observation without feedback. D. Simple recall quizzes only. 26. In applying adult learning principles, AMCAT training should A. Involve learners in goal setting and planning. B. Provide rigid instructions without flexibility. C. Focus only on instructor objectives. D. Avoid self-directed learning opportunities. 27. Which approach to regulatory compliance in AMCAT prep reflects ethical standards? A. Transparent evaluation policies and fair grading. B. Selective focus on high-performing learners only. C. Providing inconsistent scoring. D. Using undisclosed criteria for feedback. 28. A curriculum that encourages collaborative problem-solving in AMCAT preparation demonstrates A. Constructivist learning design. B. Behaviorist reinforcement alone. C. Memorization-focused learning. D. Isolated individual tasks only. 29. For effective communication in AMCAT verbal prep, instructors should A. Incorporate discussions, debates, and active listening. B. Limit activities to silent reading. C. Focus only on sentence diagramming. D. Avoid learner interaction. 30. A mentoring strategy that develops independent problem-solving for AMCAT aptitude is A. Coaching learners to reflect and generate multiple strategies. B. Providing only direct solutions. C. Emphasizing memorization without context. D. Ignoring mistakes during practice. 31. Which curriculum development practice ensures continuous improvement in AMCAT prep? A. Regular review and updates based on learner feedback. B. Static design without modification. C. Avoiding learner evaluations. D. Following outdated test content. 32. Adult learners benefit most in AMCAT preparation when evaluation includes A. Self-assessment, peer review, and instructor feedback. E. Sole reliance on instructor grading. C. A single summative exam. D. No formal assessment. 33. When mentoring AMCAT learners, effective feedback is best described as A. Constructive, individualized, and focused on improvement. B. Generic and nonspecific. C. Withheld until course completion. D. Limited to numeric scores only.